2025. This is South India's largest gifting exhibition. We had two power-packed sessions, one about corporate gifting, the trends, the challenges, and then about how AI can be a game changer. Our third session is very, very intriguing. What's more intriguing than that is this question. Did you know that the very first toothbrush you used is probably still lying around somewhere? The very first plastic straw you used is still lying somewhere. These are non-biodegradable, which means they can only be broken down into microplastics. The glitters we use for projects, celebrations are again microplastics. So are we preserving this earth is the most intriguing question today. So our afternoon begins with a conversation that's critical for every brand. Sustainability in gifting is a gift that you can give to Mother Earth. Let's look at how we balance business realities with environmental responsibility. What are the materials, processes, and business models that you can use that actually work at the scale? Moderating this session for us is Mrs. Raj Agarwal, founder and CEO of BIGGIFT. A huge round of applause for her again. Joining her on stage are leaders who are putting sustainability into products, processes, and purpose. Please put your hands together to welcome Ms. Cheshta Pancholi, CEO, Shreeyas India and Shreeyas Cottons. A huge round of applause, please. That was not huge at all. Mr. Nikunj Agarwal, founder and CEO, DeepRoots Global and JuteCalendars.com. Mr. Parth Shah, founder, Unikia Concepts LLP, the Urban Nordic. Mr. Roshan, founder, Seedpaper India. Mr. Mahadev Chikkanna, founder and CEO of Minusco and EHA. Please welcome them with a huge, huge round of applause. And over to you, Mrs. Raj Agarwal.
Very good afternoon, one and all present here. It's a great pleasure, first of all, to have such a panel sitting so strong to talk about sustainability and the things that we look forward to give it to back to our Mother Earth. Looking forward to the audience response also, and I feel it's a very encouraging audience here for us. So I welcome you all to this exciting and learning session for each one of us from you all. So I have Cheshta Pancholi from Shreya this group. Then I have Nikunj from Jute Calendar. I have Parth from Unikia. I have Mr. Roshan from Seed India and Mr. Mahadev from EHA. Let's have a big round for them. Sustainability is a subject which is very, very close to my heart, where I have seen it has brought lot of change in the way we are responsible to to our surrounding and also to the Mother Earth. See, we, as mentioned by our host, that the toothbrush what we use for the first time is still lying somewhere. So considering that, our panel here have done a very different job in terms of bringing a product, creating innovation, and bringing a subject which should be taken up by everyone in their day-to-day lives. So first and foremost, if you ask me, my question is to the panel, and it goes to everyone, how do you embrace sustainability at your end? So first, let's start with Shreya.
Hello. Hi. Hello, everyone. So sustainability as a term is huge. But we think that no, not using plastic is sustainable, not using straws is sustainable. No. I think in day-to-day life also there are many activities which can make this sustainability word a day-to-day life action. For example, a very general thing is clothes. nowadays it's a fad, right? Everybody wants every day a new clothes. That's not a sustainable thing. Either you are wearing a cotton or a polyester. That doesn't mean that you are a sustainable, right? There are many things like that, right?
Hello. Yeah, so like Cheshta mentioned here, it's about taking the small steps individually. So if we individually take small steps, it will obviously lead to a collectively bigger impact. So that is the idea which I believe in.
Yes.
Hello. Yeah, adding further to this, I think one is, of course, it's a way of life. As Indians, we've sort of grown to live in a sustainable way. Our value systems have been such that we reuse a lot of stuff and we don't throw away things easily. But there are greater challenges globally, and we need to adapt. We need to change the way we consume. The way we consume, the way we look at materials, the way we operate. So yeah.
Okay, hi everyone. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone.
Yes.
Good afternoon. Okay, my name is Roshan. I'm the founder of Seedpaper India. I'm being in this line for many years. I think I started in 2014. Way back, we started with Seedpaper wedding cards. That time nobody knew what was Seedpaper wedding cards, right? Those cards had seeds embedded in them. Nobody wanted it. So I did it for my own wedding. I tried to do it for my own wedding. It was a big event. We distributed around 200 wedding cards. Unfortunately, the wedding didn't happen. But what happened? The inflection point. Exactly. So after that, all the cards grew into plants, right? So that's how sustainability was born. That's how Greek road happened. The second life happened to paper. I started giving paper life, right? Instead of throwing paper into your garbage, I started throwing it into the garden and started becoming into plants. So this is my story. This is my start of my journey. So I'm very happy to meet all of you today. And let's continue.
Actually, each one of you have put very differently. And what I understand from you, there are products like, now we will hear it from Mahadev, where he will mention about his product, which is a strength like converting rice husk mugs are the strength. So we will hear it from him, and then I will take it forward for the next question here. Yeah.
Yeah, like Cheshta mentioned, sustainability is a complex term to understand. We've at least broken it down into 3 different layers. First, at a material layer, where completely all our materials are manufactured simply under the circular economy principles, which means everything that we use in our day-to-day lives has to be circulated in our economic subsystems that we live. So there are 3 principles under that, which means, are we using existing second generation materials as much as possible? Are we preventing waste from materials? Is there waste happening during the manufacturing process, during its consumption, and after its consumption? What is the carbon intensity of the materials, not just when the product is manufactured, but during its usage and its end of life? So for us, when we determine a material is suitable for a product, a life cycle assessment is a very clear indicator to demonstrate whether it is better or not. Then when we move on to the products, clearly we are guided by EPD guidelines. There is environmental product declaration guidelines, very nice definition for different artifacts in terms of how we can objectively determine whether a particular product that we are introducing into market is better, not just from an environment standpoint, but from a socio-economic standpoint as well. So we go by the guidelines from the EPD to determine if our products that we're introducing are better than what's already available. But as a company that we represent, right, we go far beyond that, because sustainability is not just about protecting the environment. I don't think we need to protect the environment. To be honest, we really don't need to protect the environment. The environment, the planet knows how to protect itself. It's about our survival in this environment, right? So if we have to survive, then socio-economic aspect is very important, all right? So for that, and how we conduct our business is completely guided by 2 principles, green economy principles, what people think green economy is about eco-friendliness is not the case. It is about protecting the society and the environment and UN SDGs. If you look at the UN Sustainable Development Goals, out of the 17 sustainable goals, the first 5 are not about environment, first 6. It's about society and socio-economic aspect, removing poverty, better education. The next 5 are also socio-economic aspect. Only the next 4 attributes to environment. That is about responsible consumption of materials, about clean air, about carbon reduction, climate change, life under water, life above water. Rest everything is about socio-economic. Now when UN SDG, the forum which is formed for sustainability, is giving so much significance for society and the socio-economic aspect, I think it will be very, very incomplete as a solution if you're just looking at one dimension, which is environment. Sorry, I took a long time for answering my...
So definitely
it could not sustain any longer. I had to stop.
Very, very well put up. See, it's not about that we are helping planet or environment. We are helping ourselves. That's the best point that you have put it across. It's not something that we are giving back. It's something that we are owning for ourselves. So going forward to this, since we belong to a corporate gifting industry, so I would like to understand from you, Mahadev, first, like how sustainability can play an important role in gifting.
See, wherever we have been successful as a company to either use our material for making products or making people understand how we are delivering value and impact, it has only been possible with the, let's say, millennials and Gen Zs. People who are 50 plus, 60 plus, we've approached them, they don't get it, they don't appreciate it, their time is past. But speak to individuals who are in their mid-30s, I'm already in 40s, let me not qualify myself, I keep reminding I'm not a customer of my products. But people who are in 30s, 20s, wherever we've approached, they have very warmly welcomed us. I think it is about reaching the right audience who appreciate, who understand the sensitivity around sustainability. Once they appreciate that, I think there is no looking back. There's always been a challenge. Some of our conversions have taken 5 years, 7 years, but the persistence will always be there with the younger generation, right? So I think the generation is ready to adopt sustainability. We just have to create the right awareness and bring it in front of them, whatever solutions we're offering.
So very, very rightly put up. And the Gen Z, we cannot bring the change at the top level. So we have to start from the base. If the awareness is given and the responsibility is taken by our youth, then definitely this change will be visible in every home. And most important thing, when we talk about corporate gifting, it's a bulk gifting. It reaches masses. So Roshan, your input onto that?
Okay, so your question was which segment of people are into sustainability, or?
The question was like how sustainability can bring a change in your business in basically through corporate gifting, how this change can happen with sustainability.
Okay, right now I just read about some few statistics. You won't believe actually for this exhibition. There's a 200% rise in sustainable gifting this year. And next year is going to increase to 98%. It's huge, right? And they're saying the younger professionals, 68% of the people, the younger professionals, prefer eco-friendly gifting. So I think it's one of the biggest segments to be right now in. As I think I told you already, I'm from Seedpaper India, so I can talk about behalf of my company. When I started way back in 2014, nobody knew about sustainable products. In 2019, I went to Dubai, right? And I started selling seeds in Dubai. It's a desert. Who's going to sell seeds and plants in a desert, right? It's like selling water to Eskimos or ice to Eskimos. They told it's going to be a complete failure, Roshan. Nobody's going to buy plants in a desert. How are you going to grow plants? It's transformed right now. We are one of the largest manufacturers and suppliers in UAE right now. So it's called Seedpaper UAE right now. We are one of the largest suppliers right now in UAE.
Fantastic.
Right?
That's how we spread That's how we create
This
an
is how it
awareness.
is. There's no limit to sustainability. I think right now, like you said, the Gen Z is doing it. They are the grassroots level. India's got a huge youth population. We got to motivate them, push them in the right direction. I think just 1 hour back, there was a person who came to our stall and she told, Roshan, you have to do a lot of reels. Why aren't you on Instagram? We're there on Instagram. We have like 15,000 followers. She told, I want you to have 100,000 followers, right? It's huge. So these guys are actually motivating us. They're pushing us. And because of these guys, we're getting, I think that is the way, that is the segment. And that is the way forward in sustainable growth.
So we'll not talk globally. It's a very, very different numbers. But when we talk about Indian numbers, the kind of difference we can create.
Exactly.
So when he's mentioned about 50,000, it's just mere this thing. So imagine the capacity that India has. Each one has to spread it differently to make it happen.
Exactly.
This should be a revolution or something like we should carry it within our heart to make the difference. So same question to Parth. You came back from UAE, right? You were in Dubai.
Yes.
So what made you get into Unikia, and how you felt that this can add value to what you wanted to create the difference?
Sure. So I came back from Dubai in 2020, and what we wanted to do was create products that are of mass appeal for the global markets. It's not just for India, but for the global markets. And we started with papers. We wanted to do any material that has mass appeal. So paper is one of the most used material. I mean, it has wide range of applications, right? From packaging to stationery, different applications. So we started with papers, and we started making papers which are tree-free, papers made from different kinds of waste. And we ensured that we made papers that are compliant for global standards, whether it's different certifications which is related to the material itself, or whether it is social compliance certifications like SEDEX or stuff like that. We've invested very heavily into certifications to make sure that our products have the acceptability in the global markets, and ensure that we work continuously towards developing materials that have mass appeal. So papers, of course, we right now, adding to how we are making a difference to corporate gifting. We right now supply to top 20 global companies in the promotional gifting space. And I'm talking about global companies. These are companies which have at any time stocks of $500 million, for example. So these are huge companies, and we are very proud to supply to them. They have no idea about what kind of innovations are coming out from India. And we ourselves, when we look for different kinds of innovations that are happening in India, we are quite startled to see, people, Gen Zs especially, are working a lot on sustainable aspects, alternate materials. And it's of course, it's very good to see, youngsters getting into that. Adding further to what Mahadev said, Gen Zs are actually getting to, very appreciative of the sustainability aspect. A study by London Business School was done to see, if they are willing to pay extra for sustainable products. And based on the numbers globally, if there's a product which is not sustainable and there's a product vis-a-vis which is sustainable, Gen Zs are willing to pay 10 to 15% more for that product. So when people say, sustainability or products that are eco-friendly are more expensive, there are people who are willing, the audience is willing to pay more for that. So just develop those materials.
Absolutely. So what I understand, globally he spoke about global supplies of his product. Imagine the power that India is having. So that change can only happen through us, and we can bring that. With his numbers globally, India has a big way to go. So Nikunj, adding up to that, what would you like to add?
Ma'am, so what I've realized is that when these companies finally choose a sustainable gifting product, they then get the opinion from their recipients that this brand is also eco-friendly, that they take eco-friendly initiatives, which is appreciated. So we do a lot of marketing activities to push our products, right? And these people, when they start choosing our products and when they start getting positive feedbacks from their recipients, is when they get more confidence. that yes, by paying a little extra, they can choose sustainable products over the conventional products. So that's my learning.
I mean,
That's
just
the-
to,
yeah, sorry.
sorry, just to add, but not every eco-friendly product is more expensive. I think that's a
Yes,
I
I would like
completely
to add
agree.
on this.
Yes.
it's a
That's
myth
true.
that,
It's
I mean,
a
that
myth that eco-friendly products or sustainable
be more
products are
expensive.
expensive, but it's not at all expensive.
Yeah.
If we see the ratio, we'll come to know that it's much more reasonable than compared to a plastic product. And on top of that, a sustainable product mostly, it's not, they don't have an Instagrammable unboxing videos and all because they are so natural. If you're thinking that something foxy will be there in the eco-friendly products, I think it's quite tough to get that. But yes, people are getting to it. People are loving, especially South. I must appreciate that when I stepped 2 years back to Bangalore, I felt that, wow, this is the city where everybody wants to be eco-friendly. I have seen so many people carrying the bottles. There are so many refilling stations. I just love this city and South for that. I started my business in 2018 and I started from Maharashtra when there was a plastic ban in Maharashtra that time. That was a wave when I started. But yes, that was truly a government support. Because of that plastic ban, we got a good client, we got a good numbers. But yes, I'm again waiting for that government to push in and start not banning, but at least do something for the plastic products. I think we all can do together.
Absolutely, I completely agree. It's a myth again that sustainability is expensive. Sustainability is not actually expensive, it's just the way of carrying it. So, to you again, so how do you make tote bag both stylish and sustainable for corporate clients?
So,
The one that you are carrying also.
Yes. So, my clients are happy with us because we do customization on minimum order quantity of 50 also. So, right now what I'm seeing the change in the market is the reverse pricing is going. Like client says that, Cheshta, this is my budget. Can you make a bag out of it? So, nowadays what we are doing as per their budget, we are changing the fabric, we are changing the GSM and accordingly we are pitching to them. Which is what is interesting part about Shreeyas India.
Got it. So, good to know this part, and definitely minimum quantity always works better.
Yes, we started with MOQ of 500, but then we came to know that there is a huge gap between the small MOQs and the big MOQs. People are not at all catering to 50, 100, 150, where the margins are also good. So then we started with MOQ of 50, and now we are catering from MOQ 50 to 10,000 pieces.
So, this shift also help in embracing sustainability and reaching to more people, basically.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, excellent. So, Nikunj, what I have been going through your profile and understand that you are trying to bring a change in the traditional way of calendars to creating something made out of jute. Would you like to put some inputs on that?
Ma'am, so I've been fortunate to be from Calcutta, one. So East India is the part where jute comes from. And secondly, my family business has been into jute. So my father manufactures all kinds of jute fabrics. So it was by chance that I got into jute. And I've been making jute products which are non-conventional in a way. And it also happened by chance that I created a calendar for my father out of jute that came out very well. Then I made calendars for my clients out of jute, gave it to them as gifts, and they loved it. So I thought of it as a business opportunity, and then people are accepting it very well. So yeah, so people are accepting it, and I've been trying to market, and because of the Gen Z crowd again, there's a lot of acceptance faster than what used to happen 5-6 years earlier.
So, Gen Z bringing innovation with necessity is basically what you have been trying to do. Very well put up. Parth, you have bought in notebooks made out of lemongrass, elephant pop. So how do you think that it will cater to the corporate gifting market, and that will bring an awareness in corporate gifting about sustainability?
So what we put up is, ma'am, we are looking at not just giving them plain talks, but we are providing them with, as I said, certifications and numbers that back those claims. So, like, for example, a lemongrass or something, when they're gifting it to someone, every person gets 10 different notebooks a year at the end of the year. Why would they keep the notebook given by, for example, a Coca-Cola? There should be a reason why they will keep it. It can either be sustainability, it can be something that's different for them to show off, for example. And that's what we are giving. Like, like, there are 10 PU notebooks that a customer is getting, 10 standard notebooks that a customer, that the stakeholder is getting. Why will they keep and use your product, and thereby you get, I mean, the brand gets its goal of, remember their brand, the brand recall. I mean, the only way you do is by being different, and that's one of the ways we try and convince customers.
Brand recall plays a very important role when we talk about corporate gifting, and it definitely says a high about a corporate who is using sustainability as a, whether it is a CSR activity or in their employee gifting. So taking this forward from there, Roshan, you have been into seed papers. What value addition you think that can give to corporate gifting industry, and how you can bring that change?
Okay, so I'll continue from brand recall. Our whole company is based on brand recall, right?
Yes.
So this is the first time we actually taking part in the Gift Expo. But you won't believe, nearly 80% people are coming to our stall. Our stall is like E48, guys. Everyone, please be invited. Please come to our stall, E48. Zero plastic. We have zero plastic in our stall. All our packaging is completely eco-friendly. If you see this, everybody can see this. This is made of seed paper.
Awesome.
Our ID card is also made of seed paper. We go into deep customization. That is called brand recall. Deep customization, in which we also print the photo. We print the name. And my wristband is also of seed paper, right? So people are using in marathons. Right now, this is going to the Government of India in Cairo. End of this month, 28th September, there's a marathon happening in Egypt, Cairo. The Government of India has ordered 10,000 wristbands from us. Brand recall, right? Brand recall. So yes, when you give a second chance to a sustainable product, people remember it, right? They're not going to throw it off. I'm not going to throw off this card. It's beautiful. It's very nicely done. Deep customization, that's the future. You can also go into AI. We're doing a lot of AI in office. We're going to the future of AI. I think in sustainable line, it's a very primitive line, but we got to add a lot of AI into our products. Not only into products, also into our content, into our social media. This is how we can have customers, the corporate customers, coming back to us and buying it again and again and again. Because when they see this, when they see the wristbands, they're asking, where did you get it from, right? And this gift is not dying. It's continuing to grow. It literally grows. It really, you put it down, keeps on growing and growing, right? So this is how we have repeat customers. This is just not one-time gift. It's a repeat business, right? So every business needs repeat customers, right? That's the main thing. It's just not one-time use. You need to have continuous customers every month, right? So this is what sustainable products we do right now deal with.
So Roshan, one more thing I would like to add on or understand from you, like paper plays a very important role in whatever we take up. So do you think it still need awareness, or it is readily available at different levels? Because paper is a hardcore in any corporate. Like whether they are using the paper for stationaries, whether they are notebook, how do you think where you can reach out to them, or how you can create that awareness to bring that change? So
Okay.
as you mentioned, no, ID card, I appreciate that. The band, definitely.
Exactly.
That makes lot of difference. And on top of that, creating an awareness that it should be reused. That's the most important thing that should come along with the product. So how we are doing that?
Okay, very good. I'll give a small story what exactly happened. Not many of you might know. 2020, we got a call from Sony TV, right? So there's somebody called from Sony TV and they told us, no, we're calling from Sony, we're calling from, we want to speak to you. And I was very busy with production in factory. So we have a factory in Bangalore, in Bromerson, in this area. I was very busy. I told, we want to call you. We're having a new show coming up. We want to speak to you. Anybody knows what's happening? What the show was about? 2020? I told I'm very busy. I cut the call, right? So they called me back in the evening again. And they told, we're calling from Shark Tank India. Right? Season 1. This is way back season 1. I was a little bit confused. I told, okay, Shark Tank India, Sony TV. Okay, guys, I'm still very busy with my production. I'll give you a call back. I cut the call. Right? They called back because they wanted sustainable products in season 1. And to cut the long story short, we were the finalists in Shark Tank India 1. But we promoted our products. Till date, still people need a lot of awareness, right? Still there's so much awareness because we're coming to our stall, when we put our stall, still people don't know what are plantable products, what are Seedpaper products. They're asking, what is this, right? And we come out this year with plantable crackers. A lot of people want to blast the crackers. They don't even know there are seeds in it, right? So we have plantable crackers in which you put the crackers in the soil, it grows into a plant. So I think, yes, there's still a lot of awareness needs to be generated, not only in India, but abroad, European countries, Middle East. I think there's still a huge scope for sustainable products right now.
Excellent. Matlab, it's a good learning, and most important thing, what I understand, see, the way he changed the ID card, I will request the Max team to take this forward and do it.
For that, just to add on, I think we are participating for the fourth or fifth time with Gifts World Expo. And we always use that green cloth banners which is there. If you please do visit my stall, it's F37. There is a green cloth banner, but to explain to Max exhibits, they never capture the image because it's not at all fancy or foxy. But we are using those banners since 3 years. It just needs an iron and we put it on. We are not using flex also. There is no plastic at our stall as well. So please do come and visit us, F37.
Good, thank you. So Mahadev, as I know more about your products, it's like for me rice husk mugs and some cutleries which you have been developed, but as you mentioned, circular economy, that plays, and your carbon footprints which should minimize. How do you rate corporates changing the world with your series of products?
See, first of all, we've had a 10 years journey. It's been a lot of learning, unlearning in the process, right? We never develop these materials for gifting, not for lifestyle use. We build these materials for automotive, aerospace consumption and stuff. But during the last 5 years, I should say, there's been a lot more acceptance by end consumers, corporates, especially in gifting space, than in industrial applications. And that's simply because market's ready for this. Roshan explained that 200% increase in sustainable gifting, right? There are analysts who have also published that India, amongst rest of the countries, as per the survey, can afford or willing to pay 20% premium to sustainable products, not just gifts, compared to global average being 12%. So that's already a great tick mark, right? When we launched EHA, we don't come with a consumer background at all. We don't believe in building brand. We're not really actually building a brand here. We're not selling material, we're not selling products. We truly wanted to build an ecosystem where partners who are working with us have the same vision, same level of understanding that we have in building what we are doing. Many say plastic is bad. We say, let's think again, right? Definitely plastics are bad in some areas, but there are certain areas where plastics have done wonderful things, right? What I'm holding here wouldn't be possible without, let's say, plastic. Half of us here wouldn't be here at least having something on us with plastic. If you enter a medical hospital, the affordability of medical health wouldn't have been possible without plastic. The transportation has become more safer because of plastic. So it's very easy to kind of generalize and say plastic is bad. But yes, single-use plastics are bad. Yes, how plastics are made potentially can be changed. Instead of using fossil-based resources, can we use natural resources to make plastics? Instead of making trivial throwaway carry bags with plastics, can we make more durable, lovable products with plastics? Can we create value for plastic after its life? Today, the biggest problem why we say plastic is bad is because plastic has become cheap. When plastic itself becomes cheap, then recycling plastic becomes even more difficult, right? So there are things that we have learned, right, which is counterintuitive to many people's understanding of what sustainability is. That's why we don't believe in building brand. We don't believe in building, selling materials, selling products. You don't see us very active on social media as well. That's simply because we are building ecosystem. Today, because of us, there are at least 10 brands that exist selling products made with our material. And we are very proud to say that. Today, because of what we are doing, we have enabled at least 30 plastic manufacturers to shift from plastic materials to something that we are building, which is low carbon, low fossil-based materials. Instead of competing with what's already existing, we are trying to coexisting with what's existing and enabling them to transition, right? That's what we are doing. We are not really selling products, we're not selling materials. And once our customers, partners, whoever it is, starts to work with us, understand and align with our thought process, we're not worried about competition, we're not worried about growth at all.
Don't you think, since you said you are not much there on social media, but when we try to create an awareness, we need that presence or some collaborations. The more we spread ourselves, because at the end, sustainability is an innovation, and sustainability is something should be at the heart of everyone, because it's the way to give back to ourselves, not to just to Mother Earth, is what I got it from here now.
I agree with you, Raj, but we also need to build on our strength. Our strength is material science, right? Our strength is not marketing. I'm, let's say, close to 50 years. It's very hard for me to understand the jargons of marketing. I'd let other partners do the marketing. I told you about at least 10 brands exist who are making Rice's products, selling it on different channels. Very proud, very happy to enable them. We make products for them, we supply different materials for them. That not only is supplied within India, but globally. Yes, EHA is a brand, not because we want to project it as a brand. I see EHA as a vehicle to promote circular economy. The products themselves have turned EHA into a brand. We've really not put too much effort into it.
So,
one last thing, living the circular economy story. If you visit our stall, like great things done by my panelists here, this time we've done something very different. The entire stall is fully made with reusable, recyclable, portable material. For the first time that you will see, everything that we have got here into the exhibition will go back into our warehouse and will be reused, from flooring tiles to the pillars to walls.
Sir, can we have your stall number, please?
yeah.
Stall number, yeah, what is that actually? I think B37, I guess. Sorry, yeah, B37. Yeah. C, is it C? C, thanks, sorry. You can see that I'm not really a brand guy, marketing guy.
Since we are talking about sustainability, and we have seen a good shift from physical products to digital. So just understanding, since each one of you deal in product, but what role digital experience-based gift plays in the present environment policies? Yeah, can you take this up?
I'm a wrong person to start with.
Okay. Who wants to take this up and brief?
Yeah, so digital gifts, one, of course, it has a very low carbon footprint, no production involved, no transportation logistics involved, which are probably the biggest carbon creators
Yes.
in gift. So in that way, it's good. But gifting is broad. Digital gifts are very good when it comes to employee recognition, employee engagements. But when it comes to promotions or, let's say, where you need brand recall, you need physical, tangible products. So digital gifts has its advantages, but it has its disadvantages when it comes to tangible products.
Absolutely. So what I feel, joining kit has become a hardcore gifting product for each and every, since Bangalore is a startup hub, IT companies are here, we see there has been a rise in demand for joining kit. And how do you, and most important thing, it involves lot of logistics, because we want to, the corporates want to ship it to individual locations. So again, once where we are talking about sustainability, the carbon footprints comes in picture. So how can that be coped up well by the corporates, and what value addition with your gifting you can place is what I will like to hear from Nikunj.
Ma'am, so if this is such a problem, luckily I do not do joining kits, but so don't ship it to their houses, let them join offices and then give it to them. Is that a solution? I'm not sure.
It's like when we talk about joining kits and going out for home is about creating an employee experience.
Okay.
This is again a value addition which the companies wants to give to their employees, and most important thing, families are connected nowadays. The joining kit is just not about the individual, it goes as a gifting to the family.
Ma'am, so this is the whole issue, right? So the company understands the value it receives from sending the joining kit. So to make that company understand the minus points that you mentioned, your carbon footprint and all, probably the newer generations would understand. But somebody who's older will not value that much more than as compared to the values received by sending that kit across.
Absolutely.
So, which is what we'll have to weigh, yeah.
Mahadev, you want to add?
Yeah. No. So what we, coming from IT background myself, right? About 6 years ago, we built our blockchain-based traceability solution. So if you buy our product, whether a part of gifting on Amazon, Zepto, at our site, wherever it is, every product comes with a QR code which tells you the story of the product, where we source the rice husk, where the material was manufactured, where the product was manufactured. And then it tells the carbon emission, cradle to gate, cradle to grave, bio content, recycled content, and the significance why we are sharing this. Many people don't understand what is cradle to gate carbon emission, what is cradle to grave. So we also provide additional insights why this is important, in addition to safety certificates and stuff. This is something that we built long ago, and there have been other brands who have onboarded this similar platform. It has helped us to reach out to more people, and it in many ways becomes an differentiator for us because it's our proprietary technology. The data is authentic, that can be validated, right? And also it helps in reaching more people, in helping them understand, it looks natural versus, by the way, this is the impact that it is driving at an objective level. And this is a, I think, good intersection of digital and sustainability. We have used digital technologies to leverage and build on this.
Absolutely. Very valid, very well put up. Roshan, you would like to add on?
So there's a, like you said, right, there's a thing between physical and digital. So we have a new term for that. Any guesses? Any guesses, panelists? What's a marriage between a digital product and a physical product?
Like to hear.
It's called physical. The marriage between physical and digital is called physical product, right? So, like you said, the first thing, we have a lot of challenge with the e-cards. Like we make a lot of invitation cards, right? The people want e-cards, but you won't believe there's a rise in demand for greeting cards, right? Yeah. Why do you think in an event like this you still have cards, right? People are still printing cards. All you can have an e-card, people are printing cards, right? So there's always a demand for plantable paper cards. There's always a demand. Wedding cards on the rise right now. Plantable cards, because I think a lot of after COVID, people are not meeting each other at all. But right now there's a lot of I think the families are encouraging it, or the corporates are encouraging. Like the corporates are like, don't work from home, come back to work. That's why you talked about joining kits, right? A joining kit is basically in which a person joins the company, and the company gives them a big joining kit. And whole family gets involved, right? It's a gifting for the whole family. You have a bamboo bottle, you have a greeting card of seed paper, you have a coffee mug. The person who's joining the company is not going to use it, but the family is going to use it, right? And the whole family is going to get involved. That's what the corporates are doing. They want the family to know that, yes, this person is working for Wipro. This person is working for Infosys. The kids, what do you get from office, right? So yeah, like you said, that's why joining kits have become so popular, because they want people not to work from home, but to come and join the company. That's the reason why it's called a joining kit. Yeah, so I think sustainable is the way forward. Joining kits is the way forward. We're doing a lot of joining kits. We adding a lot of QR codes to our products. Like every paper we make, we have, yeah. And there's another term called greenwashing. I don't know if everybody's heard of it, greenwashing. We're trying to eliminate that by going completely pure, in which if you come to our website, we show from end to end, like our manufacturing is happening, Bomasanda. So we actually have cameras, live screen cameras, in which people can actually view our whole process, right? To see what is exactly happening, how the manufacturing is happening. I think it needs to be more transparent. The eco-friendly products or sustainable products need to be more transparent. The line needs to be more transparent, and then only then people will trust the whole process.
So one thing I would like to add on to Roshan, very valid point and beautifully put up. So when a joining kit is sent to individual homes, it talks about the culture. And if sustainable giftings are added to that, definitely it brings a sense of awareness again. So what I feel we have to figure out a way how sustainability become a part of joining kit. Because if joining kit is a part of, if sustainability, any of our product, whether it is a rice husk mug or plant or a tote bag or one notebook made out of this, imagine the kind of difference it can create and make the family understand the culture of the company. So
I think to make it sustainable, we all can join hands together and make a joining kit.
that's, you never know when the idea is built.
Yes, why not? I really like the calendars of Sir. Sir, we can collaborate on it.
Most important now, I would like to hear from each one of you. What does the future of sustainability in the Indian market looks like? Since you have taken this up as an entrepreneurship, as a role, so how do you rate that, Shreya?
Too much competition, too much fluctuation in prices, and negotiations are on the top, I would say. But yes, the future is really bright, not only in India, but globally.
Nikunj, your take?
Ma'am, so the main encouragement comes when the customer approves, right? So we've been doing what we've been doing since 2018. And all these were new products. We had to create a market for those products. And customers accepted us, so we've been surviving till date. So I'm sure, so people are accepting the product. There are more people who are accepting the product now, so there's obviously a market for sustainable products in the future. There's no doubt about it. It's about how you can make sure that the person who is going to decide the product knows the alternatives. Does he know, is there a second product available of a similar type that he's looking for, which is sustainable? That is the challenge which needs to be solved. And people are there to accept it. Yeah.
Yes.
In terms of sustainability, as I said, there is a lot of innovation which is happening in India. Because you mentioned about India as whole, in India, a lot of innovation is happening with different materials, different applications, and what sustainability looks like in future, there will be, for each product that every corporate gifting supplier offers, there will be a carbon emission data that will come with the product. The customer will know that I have two options here. This is a plastic bottle and this, or any, this is a bamboo bottle and this is a plastic bottle. The plastic bottle has 100 kg emission and the bamboo bottle has, let's say, 60 kg emission. They have clear value-driven or numbers-driven data as to what emission they are willing to accept. And when there is a number involved, people are become much more conscious when they are making that decision. So in future, very soon, you will see that every product will have a carbon emission data attributed to the product itself.
So this is again an awareness. So the more we are able to make people aware, what is your contribution in creating that impact will create the change. So you want to?
Yeah, numbers really add value. So just an experience I'm sharing. I went to IIM, Bangalore. There was a buffet for the lunch and wahan pe it was written that we have wasted 101 food for 101 people. That number clicks so much that you start thinking before putting anything in your plate, right? So similarly, when we, in the future, if that particular thing, what sir is saying starts, that carbon emission is that much, this much, I think we all will start thinking and the future will be really, really bright.
Roshan, your inputs in that?
Okay, since you're talking about the future or sustainability, I can talk in my line. I think innovation, right? Creativity, innovation. I've been doing this business for past 10 years. Like you see, for example, the iPhone, every year they're launching new models, right? Although they're one of the top leaders in iPhone, they're launching models every time. So we need to be very creative. We need to be very innovative. As you know, India is facing a lot of tariffs, right? We're having a big thing right now. We're having a lot of competition from China. Like recently, I was in the Gift Expo in Delhi. 90% of the products are all coming from China, right? So where is our future? We're having a lot of dealers, a lot of middlemen. We are the few of us over here are actually manufacturing. And having a factory, we know the challenges. Till date, we still face 1 hour power cut. I was just discussing every day. We run on generators to produce our material, right? We still face power cuts. We face machine problem. We face a lot of labor problem. The only thing which keeps us going is creativity.
And motivation.
Right? And motivation.
And motivation,
Motivating
yeah.
our team. Motivating a team is the most important for a team. So I know a team member sitting over here. His name is Kaushik. So just keeping the team motivated, being here, being for us. And I think the third thing which is very important for the future of sustainability, as I told, is making the gifts more personalized, right? The more personalized, as long as a person sees his name on the gift, as long as a person sees his initials, he loves it and he keeps it. So deep integration, deep personalization is the future for our products. That's what I see.
See, from my side, I think there is no looking back only, right? And the generations will figure out. There is a lot of innovation happening for sure. But my biggest concern is a lot of the newer generation is also looking at quicker results. And they are building solutions not with deep-rooted research, self-knowledge. It's mostly based on misinformation as well. I won't say mostly, sorry, I've been incorrect saying mostly. Many a times it is based on misinformation. Somebody says, my product is so-and-so, there is no microplastics. Somebody says, my product is so-and-so, there is no plastic. Somebody says, my product is so-and-so, lesser carbon footprint. But, and I come across many entrepreneurs because, like I said, I'm not really selling product. I'm trying to partner with more like-minded people to understand their thought process and if there is an alignment with what we are doing. And I find this very often that they would have read something somewhere. This is bad, so I want to create something, right? This misinformation can really derail us. Sustainability and sustainable solutions will take time. Patience has to be embedded into that. Otherwise, shortcuts can result into more detrimental solutions. As an example, wooden cutlery, most of them, and I keep telling this to everybody, became a sustainable product from nowhere because plastic cutlery was considered as bad. Now, if you really do a thorough research, is it better from an environmental standpoint? I don't think so. Okay, I have science to support that. Is it better from a social standpoint? I personally believe that it's a lot more harmful than the plastics are. Not because what I believe. I've actually done tests, physical tests with wood scientists, polymer scientists, chemists in the lab, right? Where is it coming from? Is it really supporting our economics? If 80-90% of wooden cutlery is coming from China, we are supporting somebody else's economy, not even Indian economy, right? This is a shortcut, sustainable solution for me. Now, wood, I really believe wood is a great resource, right? And it has its space. Use it for building bridges, constructing home, where trees take 20 years to grow. You have those houses, bridges lasting 40, 50 years. Not to make these cutleries which are used for 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Right? Second thing is around the compliance and the authenticity behind the claims. Behind wooden product, the only authenticity people talk about is FSC certificate. Why don't we have any of our certification within India that we can claim something is sustainable? Why should we go to a European standard to certify? And you know, that FSC certificate, to get that FSC certificate, most of the manufacturers are ending up importing wood from Europe. There is a huge industrial lobby there. I think India should stand strong, building our own policies, building our own certifications, accreditations that we can actually build here, which is relevant for India, for our socio ecosystem, for our emerging economy. Problems in Europe are very different to problems in India. We are trying to adopt somebody else's problem here and try to solve it here. Doesn't work. We have a different problem. We have to solve it here. Ecomark as a policy has been there for 30 years. How many of you knew Ecomark in India? Yes. 30 years. They have just revived Ecomark to have new guidelines last year, October 2024. Even now, if I go to Pollution Control Board and ask, I want to get my product Ecomark certificate, what is this? Where is the publication? I think we need to stand strong on this. I see more and more Indians going for B Corp certificate, ISC certificate, GRS certificate. They're all sponsored by some other industries. We should build strong policies in India that we are governed by. I think this is very, very important for us to build something that is sustainable truly for India.
But Mahadev, I think
Sir,
these
yes.
are based on relevant issues. For example, GRS is based on relevant issues. If you create a certification based in India, where is the trust factor coming in? In India, any certification you want, you can pay money and you can get it.
That
When
you
it comes
can
to
get GRS also.
GRS.
You can get GRS, you can get FSC also.
It's not that easy still.
The thing is that, but the governance is not here in India. Whether to govern the foreign certificate
GRS
or
is
India.
not just about the certification. There's a transaction certificate that comes after the product is being supplied. That transaction certificate you cannot get unless the entire supply chain is compliant.
Why can't India implement the same? The question.
Because it's the same issue. I mean, you are just trying to create different name for it, but it's the same issue that they're addressing. It's not that the problem is different. The problem is exactly the same. It's about recycling. GRS is a recycling standard. It's about recycling. How much percentage of the product is recycled and stuff like that. But if you're just giving a different Indian name, the problem is with the trust. Is anyone globally going to trust the certification that comes from India?
No, if your market is global, I don't think there is any point in having Indian certificates. Let me
So what I
clear
understand
that.
basically here is make in India through sustainability is what we should look. Recycle, renew and reuse. That should be something that we should be following up. So thank you once again our panelists for all the insight that you have given and to the audience for joining us for this session today. Sustainability is a way of life and it's a journey. Let's live it wisely and rightly. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I would request the guests to continue remaining on the stage. And I would request Mrs. Raj Agarwal to felicitate our guests. Please put your hands together for our panelists, Ms. Cheshta Pancholi, Mr. Nikunj Agarwal, Mr. Parth Shah, Mr. Roshan Ray, Mr. Mahadev Chikkanna. A huge round of applause for them. Yeah. It's okay. Go next session. mein kar do. I would now call upon Ms. Himani Gulati to felicitate Mrs. Raj Agarwal. Like we just heard, not all of plastic is bad, but wherever we can, If we can replace it with a sustainable habit, let us do so. Thank you so much again. A huge round of applause finally for the lovely panel.